This video is about how to code core attributes. So the core attributes used in most HTML elements are ID, class, style and title. So let's study about these attributes with the help of an example. So here I have an HTML document and I have linked a CSS file to it, in which I have styled ID attribute and class attribute. So in this HTML file, in the body section, I have written 4 paragraphs and each paragraph will display one core attribute. So the first paragraph will display ID attribute. So in the paragraph, I have written text for paragraph 1, and inside the opening tag I have written the ID attribute and I have given the value P1 to it. So the ID attribute specifies a unique ID for an HTML element. The value of the ID attribute must be unique within the HTML document. The syntax for ID is a hash character followed by an ID name. So how to use an ID attribute? So in the CSS file, first in the HTML file, in the opening tag, you will write the ID attribute and the name, and you will give a value to it, and in the CSS file you will use the same value, that the name of the ID attribute. So I have given the name P1 with a hash character, and inside the curly braces you will write the CSS properties. So for first paragraph I have given background color blue. So on the browser it is going to look like this. So as you can see, the first paragraph has background color blue. So in the second paragraph, we have used class attribute. So the class attribute specifies one or more class names for an element. The class attribute is mostly used to point to a class in a style sheet, and you can use the same class name in multiple elements. So how to use a class attribute? So inside the opening tag, use the class attribute and give a value to it, and in the CSS file you have to use dot, the syntax is dot and the name of the class. So I have given the name P2, so I will write dot P2, and inside the curly braces you can write the CSS properties. So I have given color, background color green for second paragraph, and on the browser you will see that the second paragraph is having color green. So that is how you can use class attribute in your HTML file. And in the third paragraph I have used title attribute. So the title attribute specifies extra information about an element. The information is most often shown as a tooltip text when the mouse moves over the element. The title attribute can be used on any HTML element. So inside the opening tag I have written title attribute and I have given a value to it, and I have written inside inverted commas, the title attribute specifies extra information about an element. And in the paragraph tag I have written text for paragraph 3. So in the browser, when you hover your mouse over the text for paragraph 3, you will see that in a box it will show that the title attribute specifies extra information about an element. So this is the value which we had given to the title attribute. So that is the use of the title attribute. Lastly, we have the style attribute. So the style attribute specifies an inline style for an element. The style attribute will override any style set globally. So for last paragraph I have given background color red. So in the style attribute you have to write background color red. And on the browser, as you can see, the last paragraph is having background color red. So that is all you need to know about the core attributes of HTML. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you.